Okay.
So why you decide to become an author, and why communicating the brand and the brand vision and mission statement is very important for every business?
Oh, thank you for like, I mean, you have two questions there, right? So why do I decide to become an author? Then the second question is,
Yes.
why is it important to communicate your brand's vision statement? And let's say, why is it important to communicate your brand vision statement? So I'll start from the first question, which is, why do I decide to become an author? Honestly speaking, I must tell you, starting out in my life as a young person, as a child, I never had it in mind to become an author of any book. Like, all the dream I had then was like the conventional route. Go to school, go to college, graduate, get a job, and start living a good life. But unfortunately, when I left college, I discovered life isn't always as we used to say it. The other side of life came up, and I started thinking. I discovered that there's a need to reinvent myself. I discovered that there's a need to unlearn some of the ideology I learned in the conventional school. I discovered that life in the streets, life in the business world is quite different to what we have been taught theoretically. So in the process of this, I found out some useful life thoughts, life nuggets, life insights that actually changed my life. So I felt, okay, if these principles, if this philosophy can change my life, why not put it down for other people to benefit from it? After all, I learn from other people by reading other people's books. I learn by attending other people's training. Why not document what I have learned so far in life? One thing I discovered is that our world is suffering for more knowledge, more wisdom, because a lot of intelligent people decide not to write a book. Let's say, for instance, what if people like Shakespeare did not write a book? What
I
if
see.
people like Nelson Mandela did not write a book? What if people like Galileo Galilei did not write a book? What if people like Thomas Edison did not document their knowledge, their research, their experience? What if people like the author of Gifted Hands did not write a book? All of this wisdom, all of this vital information would just die, would just bury. So I decided to write a book because I want the world to be affected positively with what I have learned so far. I want to leave a legacy. I want to make money from writing a book as well, because it is never just good enough to do it. So, and also I want to have an influence, because I can see that being a writer makes you influential. Think about Shakespeare, think about authors around the world. They become influential by their writing. So these are just some of the reasons why I have decided to become an author. So concerning why is it so important for brands to communicate their brand's mission? Uh, Firstly, before I do that, I would like to define what brand mission is all about. According to the information I have with me here, the training manual I've written for this webinar, mission statements defines your brand goals, objectives, and approach. It defines your brand's goals, your approach, and your objective. That is what your brand's mission is all about. In another word, it simply means your mission statements describe what your brand aims to achieve and how to achieve it. That is what your brand statement is all about. Your brand mission statement. What your brand stand to achieve. What do you aim to achieve, and how do you achieve it? That is your brand mission statement. And it is so important because think about Apple. When you see Apple, what comes to your mind? Quality. It's expensive, but it's quality. When you think about Tesla, Tesla vehicles and all of that, what comes to your mind is it's expensive, but it's quality. No, this is How this is your mission. That is the mission. The Tesla, the Apple are not just targeting the market that is so porous. They are actually after a certain set of people who can actually afford what they offer. Think about techno. Techno just want to serve everybody. That is why you can go out there. You get, for instance, you can get a techno phone for $50, and it's very hard for you to get an Apple phone for that amount. So that is a brand mission statement. And one thing about brand mission statement is that you have to carry everybody in the organization along. Everybody in your brand, in your organization, in your company needs to know what your brand mission statement is all about. Then you also have to communicate it to your target market, to your audience. How do you do that? You can leverage the power of social media. You can, I know some companies when you visit them as a working customer, they greet you. For example, they can say, "Good morning. My name is Stanley. Welcome to the brand that focus on integrity, quality, and promptness." That tells you that the mission statement of that company is quality, uh, integrity, and promptness. That is, they focus more on delivering quality products, also with integrity, and they make it so fast, which is the promptness. So you need to let your brand mission statement also can be your marketing hedge. I don't know. There's a bank in Nigeria here. There's a bank in Nigeria here that called Fidelity Bank. Maybe you can Google it later. Their name is Fidelity Bank. Their mission statement is that we keep our words. We keep our words. For me, I'm one of the stakeholders, but I went into into doing business with Fidelity Bank because I love their mission statement. We keep our words. So when you hear them say Fidelity Bank, we keep our words. So mission statement is not to be underestimated. You use social media to leverage the communication, let people know what it is. Even you can use your branding items, your t-shirts. Maybe you have your company name is A and B International. Let your name of the company be there. Let your brand statement be there. It's very important. You can have it written somewhere at the walkway in your company, where customers come in, clients go out, they see it. You can put it in your advert on the internet. You can put it in the traditional media. It's very important. It attracts people. People listen. They want to see. So it's very important for you to communicate your brand, mission, and vision statement.
What are the best way to communicate the brand mission and vision?
There are so many ways to actually communicate your brand mission statement. I would say majorly it depends on the target market. There are some organizations that actually focuses on the setup on people who don't come to the internet. Let's say, for instance, your target audience are not on the internet, then there's no need to keep shouting around to your brand mission statement on the internet. You have to find, firstly, you have to find where your target market congregates, where they are located. Do they regularly visit the internet? Even when they visit internet, where do they congregate more? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it on YouTube? Is it on Instagram? Is it on Facebook? Is it by running a Google ad? You need to narrow down your audience research. We call that audience research in business. You need to narrow that down. So when you find out, you need to find out first. Also, you need to ask yourself, are my target audience, my market, do they watch TV? Are there people who watch TV? Do they listen to radio? Will it make more sense to do a poster, a banner, a street advert? When you find out that, that is when you now know. Let's say, for instance, you now find out that your target audience actually are more on social media. Once they are more on social media, then you can let me now list some of the ways you can use to communicate your brand mission statement. One, you can print a shirt, like a t-shirt like this, have your brand name created at the front, at the back. Secondly, you can go into partnership. As we are having an event now, a brand can just call me and partner with you and say, hey, Svetla, this is what we want you to do. We know that your event is going to have tens of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people. We will be supporting you with social amounts. So you can give us a shout out on your platform. That is
Yes.
another way to complicate what they do. Thirdly, they can do street by doing having billboard on the street where they talk about what they offer in a very catchy and endearing way. Fourth, they can run a social media advert. They can run social media advert, like advert on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, Google, and etc. Also, the fifth, they can still also look by the way of supporting the charity. That is their own over here in Nigeria, we call it corporate social responsibility, CSR. Like maybe motherless homes, disabled homes, prisons, some government hospitals. Donate. Let's say, for instance, you and I have Svedla and Wale International, and we are into producing shoes, shirts. We can offer some of our shoes, some of our shirts. We can offer them to motherless baby home. That is also a brand promotion. We are communicating our brand mission statement. At the same time, we are promoting our brand. Also, another way in which you can communicate
Okay,
your
great.
mission statement. Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, and how you can communicate your brand mission and vision with the content.
With the content, right?
Right,
In
yes.
written text.
Yes, yes.
Like let me try to get your question right. What you're trying to say is that how do one a brand communicate their mission and vision statements in a written
Yes.
form?
Yes, in a written form, via social media, for example.
The best way I advise brands to do that is to hire someone who is someone who is so good at writing, like a copywriter like me. Because I have some brands whose social media I manage for them. I manage their social media page for them. The best way we go about it is we actually create a social media page for them. When we create social media page for them, every day we come up with at least three written content that actually that communicate their values, that communicate their mission statement, that communicate their vision statement, that communicate why passerby should patronize them and not their counterparts. A kind of
Okay.
mission statement, a kind of
Yes.
copy that makes people feel, oh, I must patronize this brand. So if anyone wants to do that, any business actually wants someone who can do that for them, my team can handle that for them. We create an irresistible, eye-catchy flyers to communicate their value. We create a social media page for them. We run a social media adverts. So the best way to actually communicate their mission and vision statement in written form is to have someone who is so good at writing like me.
Okay, great. And what mistakes they should avoid? What they should be careful about?
Yes, when you are actually communicating your mission statement, your vision statement, giving making the public to get to know about what you do, the service you offer, the product you create, the kind of business you do, you need to be careful of how you go about it. One of them is don't over promise. Don't over promise and under deliver. People are listening. People are watching. They want to catch you for your words. When you tell them our service is going to do this for you, make sure your service is going to do that for them. When you say you
Yes.
get this benefit by buying this product from us, make sure that is the benefit they are getting. Don't promise 10 and deliver 2, 3, 4. That's going to be a shot on your foot. It can cripple the business. It can ruin the image of the company. So don't overpromise and underdeliver. Then you must be consistent. You must be consistent. Don't don't dabble into this way today, saying you are this today, then tomorrow you are saying you are this. Don't say you are this today and say you are that another day. It's going to backfire. People want to see consistency. When I mean consistency in your brand color, in your brand color, in your brand message, in your brand product, in your brand quality, in your brand operation model. You need to be consistent on this. Another way, another mistake to avoid is not giving quality. You should give quality. People actually want quality. They don't want to get something they can get elsewhere. Another way to actually give quality products, actually entice people to come to your brand is by offering bonus. Like for instance, when I'm selling my books, when I'm selling my courses, when I'm selling my training, when I'm selling my coaching trainings, what I do is that my trainings can be maybe 350 USD. Then I make sure I give some bonuses. Like maybe you get 2 copies of my books. Maybe you are getting 2 copies of my books as a bonus. Maybe you are getting free access to me, free 21 days access to me for free. Maybe you are getting another complimentary product of mine for free. Maybe you are getting a certain percentage, maybe like 20% in my next offer. Should you sign in for it? This actually attract people to you. So
Okay,
I think
great.
this is
Yes.
this is enough for. I mean, the point one must be careful of when trying to communicate their uh, brand statement and vision and statement.
This was great, share. Thank you very much. And
So
what is the connection between communicating the brand statement and vision and the revenue for the company? How important is this connection?
please, can you come again, please?
Yes, the connection between better communicating the brand mission and vision to the clients on the social media, for example, and the revenue for the company.
Okay, like if I may get you right, you say what is the connection between a proper communication of a brand's vision and mission statement as related uh
To the
to the
revenue.
revenue to the revenue?
Yes,
Yes, it
yes,
is enormous. Like I mean, it is enormous. You see, apart from creating a very powerful organization culture, apart from creating a quality product or offering quality service, one of the most important aspects of a business I would ask anybody to focus more on is communicating their vision and mission statement, which is letting the people out there know what they offer. It skyrockets everything. It means everything. Like, if you are not communicating your brand's vision and mission statement, it means you are winking in the dark. You just wink in the dark. Who will notice you? Nobody. Nobody's going to notice
yes,
you. So you need to communicate that as often as possible with every means, every strategy, every platform that you can find around you. So for
in
you,
order
for
to,
so if really
yes,
you want to actually, if really you actually want to scale your business and thrive as a business person, as a brand, you need to focus seriously on communicating your vision and mission statement to your target market.
yes, exactly. In order to reach your potential clients and, of course, increase your revenue for the company. That's why it's very important to communicate on clear and very powerful way your mission and vision.
Yes, exactly. You're right. That's it.
Great. which of your books you would recommend to the people that want to start business from their idea? Which one you think would be the best to read?
Actually, like I would recommend all of my books because the books I put, like the 4 books I put out there right now, are actually books who have some powerful insight on life, on life, on business, on leadership, and self-development. So if you ask me, firstly, I would recommend the Go Read, the Go Read 303 Silent Seminars, 303 Silent Seminars, to go get
Okay.
Positive Thinking Generates Wealth, go get the Uncommon Greatness Guide. Then if you are an author or you want to write something, you want to make money from, you want to write a book and you want to know how to make money from it, go and read Money in Your Book. That is the best book you ever find on planet Earth right now when it comes to writing a great book and making so much money from it.
Great.
Then
Thank you very
also,
much. I will.
then also anybody who wants to start a business or who is already into a business and will want to see how they can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
You
Okay.
can
Now,
continue.
anybody
I
who
just
wants to
want
start
to
a
share my
business,
screen and
okay.
show
Anybody
some
who
of
wants to
your
start a
book.
business, who want to start a business, or who is into a business and want to see and need a coach who can actually help them move their business from the level they are right now to the next level or start to plan everything for them completely about the business, is just reach out to me. I'm open to do that for them anytime, any day, to give them the best result they can actually think about.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your really powerful insights on how to build and communicate our brand on social media and what is important for the people that want to start business from their ideas. Thank you very much, Iziaq.
Thank you, Zed. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
You're
It's a pleasure.
welcome.